back, YouTube. It's your boy BeastModeSteven here, aka Hashtag the Coach Miami, and I'm back with another lit, yes sir, lit topic, y'all. Welcome back, y'all, to Friday Night Topics, y'all. Episode 42, y'all. Yes, sir, y'all. Hope y'all are definitely blessed. Like I always say, y'all. I know it's been a minute, y'all, but your boy's been occupied and busy, y'all. That's what happens when you got so many channels and you just trying to balance everything. You got life and everything, y'all. Things do become occupied. But yeah, y'all, if I haven't been dropping episode lately, is because I've been focusing on my main channel, y'all, which you can definitely find in the description below, y'all, down below, y'all. So make sure y'all check that out. And most definitely, y'all, I just been playing a whole lot of collaborations and just a lot of lit content, y'all, that I have upcoming, y'all. But you can only find out when you actually follow my Instagram page, all my social media platforms, which you can definitely again find it down below. You feel me, y'all? But definitely, I'm glad to be back, y'all. I'm glad to drop an amazing episode because on this channel, y'all, this is not the crazy side. This is not the, breaking the rules, literally just going lit side. All that is on my main channel. This is kind of like the chill, vibe with you guys on a one-to-one, get y'all feedback on the topics that I be dropping for y'all. You feel me, y'all? But yeah, y'all, if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit that like button if you like any of my episodes, and make sure you comment down below, y'all, because that's the only way I know how I'm doing. You feel me, y'all? But definitely, y'all, it's a Friday, y'all. Hope y'all staying cool because the weather's been crazy lately. The weather's been crazy, y'all. It's been crazy, y'all. Like literally, I'm feeling like bacon right now when I go outside because this heat wave, y'all. Wherever you are, it's been crazy, y'all. So make sure y'all stay cool, drink lots of water, and definitely try to enjoy it. Enjoy it because when the rain comes, when that nasty weather that you don't even like comes and you're hibernating inside, y'all, that's when you're gonna be like, damn, I wish it was hot. I'd be like that sometimes myself. You feel me? Well, let's get into this amazing lit episode, y'all, and let's go. So tonight's topic, y'all, that we're about to get into is the top 5 things that have impacted the dating world, relationships, potentially future marriages, y'all. Top 5 things I'm about to list. And you guys may agree, you guys may disagree, and that's why I leave the comment section open down below with positive comments and positive feedback, y'all, on all these amazing topics that I drop, y'all. So number 1 that we're about to get into, y'all, and I think this is a very common one, y'all, that happens so much, y'all. Money. Money. It has impacted the dating world, relationship, future marriages in so many ways, y'all. As I mentioned in my previous episodes, y'all know about the divorces, rates going high. Y'all know about the arguments, rates going high. And it's all has to do with money, y'all. Y'all see on my shirt, it's the problem. You feel me? And the reason why it's the problem, how it's really impacting dating world, marriages and relationships, is the fact that now it's kind of like you can't even try to introduce yourself or try to get connected to someone without your money being up where it's supposed to be. Don't get me started on the credit now. It's tied to it. You feel me, y'all? So like literally, y'all, it's been an impact in a lot of ways because it's kind of like if you don't really have something on the table that you can be like, yo, I don't care about losing this person because it's not impacting my money. People really see that. Especially when it comes to man and woman nowadays. A lot of people have these things where it's just like, oh, if your money's not up here, I can't be with you, or if it's too low, or if you're doing 9 to 5, I can't be with you, and all that, all these little things, And there was a time where it was never that deep, y'all. There was a time where, now I'm not saying that there's a lot of people out there who think that way. There's, a lot of people who do, think the opposite way of thinking, yeah, if he's not making 6 figures, 8 figures, even more, I'm not being with him, when they're not even making that amount them own selves, you know? And I'm not even gonna, target on gender, but I'm just saying people in general, to be fair, and there's a few people out there who are just like, I don't really care if you work a 9 to 5, as long as you got a goal or something, working for yourself. At the end of the day, there are people like that who have that mentality, you feel me? When it comes towards money, y'all, like, one thing I really gotta tell y'all is, like, it's temporary. It's really temporary, y'all. Whether you want to believe it or not, it's temporary, because, next week, tomorrow, like I said in my previous episodes, it's never promised, y'all. So if you make something that's temporary a priority, it's going to impact your relationship, future marriage. When you put yourself in that position now and you think about it, y'all, it's kind of like you don't really make time for reality itself. You kind of have your mind somewhere in a different, place that you don't even have control of. You feel me? So, like, it's like, for example, you wake up and you're like, oh, I want to make $1,000 a day. You know, it's not logic for you just to wake up and be like, boom, like, give me that $1,000. You actually gotta work for it and do, something for it to even achieve it. When it comes to us putting money as a priority and thinking, oh, why should we care what other people want to think, when it comes to, having money, y'all, it should come to a point where we should be like, yo, that's your opinion, I respect it, but in my opinion, y'all, money's not everything. Money to me personally, y'all, even if I was rich, it's not everything or important thing in my life, y'all, because it's temporary. You feel me? Once you make something that you know is temporary, not a priority or centerpiece in your life, y'all, it will literally allow you to introduce newer things that you're trying to achieve in life. You feel me? So making money a priority, money itself has been an impact when it comes to this whole dating world. When it comes to trying to, get into marriage and all that, it's been an impact, because people have their ways of growing up, how they're like their lifestyle. Oh, man's supposed to do this, do that, and woman's supposed to do this and that. And it's been just a battle back and forth, because people are like, oh, what type of car you driving? Oh, you driving that car? Okay. Where you live? Oh, okay. Oh, your house is. Oh, you got a small house. Oh, okay. Oh, what your credit score looks like? Oh, you driving that car? Oh, okay. Oh, where do you work? Oh, okay. How many hours do you work? Oh, okay. And money's just been an impact. It's just literally been an impact, and that's why a lot of people just keep to themselves nowadays. A lot of people just trying to focus on things that are temporary, and it shouldn't even be like that. It should really be like, yo, genuine, real, feelings there. You feel it's not about, how heavy your pockets are, or like, how low your pockets are. It shouldn't be like that. And that's the reason what we battle with each and every day, and how it's really shaping, the dating world today. And when it comes to money, y'all. Like, this is definitely a biggest thing as well. And as much as I want to, say what's really triggering this, but I would say it has to do with people on the music they watch, like the music videos, to make it correct, the music that they even listen to, the things that the events that they go to, just being number two, being brainwashed, y'all. Society now, I feel like we are really being brainwashed in a lot of ways, y'all, where it's kind of like we forget our true, like, it's kind of like we're not even in reality no more. That's what it feels like. We're so heavily brainwashed by a lot of things, y'all, that we forget that we're even in reality. We come across somebody, we want to meet somebody new, and we're like, oh, yeah, if this person ain't a ball player, I'm not dating them. If they're not making this much, I'm not dating them. And we brainwash so much, and that we tend to forget how reality really even works. It's kind of like we allow being brainwashed to control how we're supposed to live in life, where we allow it to affect us in so many ways that we lose so much years and time on life itself, that we forget even how to even enjoy life. You feel me? So when we are allowing little things to brainwash our minds, to be like, damn, I'm gonna pretend I'm in that, lifestyle, and whoever comes my way, that's how I'm gonna treat them, and it should never be that way. Like there was a time where you were never thinking that way, but until you got into something like the music or the events that you started going to, or your circle or the people telling you different, you start moving different. And it should never be like that. We brainwash ourselves so heavy, it really does affect relationships down the road, marriages down the road, and all that. Things that you have not even put effort to work hard towards, you know? So it's kind of like when we stop training our minds to be brainwashed by these little things that are temporary, by these things that we haven't even achieved our own selves, but we want the next person that we come across to achieve them. Think about it now. You want the person that you're with to own a giant yacht, but you have not once even put any effort to even own your own yacht. You want this person to, for example, own this much house, property, whatever. And I say for myself personally, even if I was rich, I would never buy a 10-bedroom house, 8-bedroom house, anything like that, because I have nothing to, show off, to be flashing all that. I don't do that. That's not my style. You feel me? And I would never even need a bigger house like that for what? Unless I might invite my entire family, but I'm sure they want their own space and their own time and privacy. You feel me, y'all? But at the end of the day, it's like some of the things we gotta think logically and think, does this make sense? When we brainwash our minds to thinking all the things that don't make sense, then that's when we start, impacting our life from reality. And you don't want to be that type of person. You don't want to be that type of person. You don't. That's number two, brainwashing. Number one, like I said, money. Number three now, that's been impacting the dating world, is a lack of quality traits now. One thing that I always ask if I'm ever crossing paths with someone is, what are your quality traits? And if you had to think within yourself, be honest with yourself now, what are your red flags? If anybody does not take the time to reflect and be honest with yourself, that is not a person you should be even investing your time into, because you shouldn't have to think not even 30 seconds about your first quality trait. You shouldn't have to go around the corner and think about it and try to figure up a lie to know about your red flags. So lack of quality traits has impacted the dating world. Lack of quality traits when it comes to not knowing what your own red flags are that you're working within yourself. These things have impacted the dating world, because now it gets to the point where if you don't know your own self, the next person has to play this hide and go seek game and try to figure out all these little things through communication. And that's a lot of work. I'm telling y'all, that's a lot of work. When you invest all that time to communication just to find out these red flags and find out these quality traits, to only realize that person is not really for you. Do you know how tiring that is? That's how it impacts the dating world today. It's a lot of work, y'all. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. And a lot of times, those quality traits don't even make sense to that person. After you realize down the road, through action, you realize, damn, after 2 months, 3 months, I thought they said they was honest. How come they not honest? When people don't really take the time to reflect and understand their qualities and they understand their red flags within themselves. And going back, y'all, does being a gold digger ties to being brainwashed? Yes, it does. Why? It's because when you train your mind to think about materialistic things only, y'all, and it does become a trigger to only making those things a priority from reality and things that you don't even own or possess your own self, y'all. And you train your mind to be like, damn, if my partner doesn't have it, I don't even want to be with them. Yes, it does tie to, being a gold digger does tie to being brainwashed, because you're out of reality and you're not really, thinking, correctly as you should be. So yes, number one, like I said, money. Number two, like I said, brainwash. Number three, lack of quality traits. Number four, this is definitely, a common one now, barriers. It does impact the dating world today. Barriers. I could give y'all quite a few. Those who do drugs, those who drink heavy, those who have kids, those who party all the time, those who don't go to church and do the whole religion thing. All these little things, barriers, has impacted the dating world today. Because when you cross paths with someone and they see those barriers, it can either be a trigger for them or it can either be a feature down the road of a lesson for them. So when these barriers hit someone, and they cross paths and they're like, damn, I dated someone with kids before and she got kids. Nah, I don't want, nah, that's not for me. Oh, wait, damn. She been to a strip club or he been to a strip club. But I never been once to a strip club before. That's not for me. Nah. You see, so barriers now, when you think about it, y'all, it's impacting our dating world because the more barriers you have in life, the more or less you are slightly going to get into a healthy relationship. You feel me, y'all? Definitely work on those barriers, and most definitely, it will help you, down the road, and not impacting, the dating world today, y'all. Number 5, and I think this is very important to me in a way. Lack of goals, y'all. Number 5. Last one, y'all. When we don't have, the goals that are keeping us on track with life, it really impacts the dating world. Because when we want to get into the healthy relationships without goals, it doesn't really provide us with a plan in life, right? To keep us on track. So crossing paths with someone who says, oh, they have so many goals, and realistically, y'all, you can have so many goals, but a majority of those goals are not even achievable in a way. And a lot of times when you saying to ourselves, oh, we got, so many goals, and someone asks you, oh, what are your goals? And you don't even have a top 3 and all. I can use this for example, y'all. I crossed paths with this person, and one of the things I did ask them, y'all, is what are your life goals? And they did tell me, oh, they have so many. So I'm like, okay, cool. What are your top 3? They have to think about it. People like that, y'all, I don't even waste my time with, because if you're at a certain point age in life and you don't even have a top 3 goals, obviously, I'm not even gonna bother. I'm not just a walk in the park for me just to go the other route. You feel me, y'all? So when it comes to having so many goals, y'all, don't be that type of person, y'all. Because when you have so many goals, it really takes you off track with life, because you're gonna be so tired trying to accomplish all these goals that you set out for yourself, and that's not even realistic goals as well. It might take you 10 years, 30, 40 years to even achieve. By the time like life was already over for you by then, you feel me? So it's kind of like you got to think about it, like what are goals that are like 5 years, 4 years, 3 years down the line that are achievable? You feel me, y'all? Because you don't want to work your entire life trying to achieve these goals that are like could take you 30, 40 years again, down the line, because it really does impact the dating world. You want goals that make sense. You want goals that are achievable. You want goals that are actually going to keep you on the right track with life. You feel me, y'all? So when it comes to crossing paths with that right, healthy relationship, y'all, it will literally allow you not to lose focus, but allow you to remain focused. And that's why it's important, y'all, to have these life goals. Because anybody who doesn't not have life goals, y'all, it's not somebody you should really, even invest your time with. Personally. Because while you have your goals, trying to work on them, and they're still trying to figure out their goals, y'all, it will impact you down the road at a certain point in life. You feel me, y'all? So most definitely, like I said, y'all, the top 5 that I mentioned: money, brainwash, lack of quality traits, barriers, and definitely the last one that I mentioned, y'all, life goals. Appreciate y'all for tuning in to episode 42, y'all. This amazing topic, y'all. There's so many doors to unlock and unfold, y'all. But I know y'all want to enjoy y'all Friday, y'all. And I'm not here just to talk all night long, y'all. But honestly, y'all, if you do want to get more into it, y'all, all my social media platforms are down below. Comment down below. Share your input, y'all. And most definitely, I would get back to each and every one of y'all. So appreciate y'all. Make sure you subscribe. and happy Friday, y'all. Yes, sir.
Steady blowing up my phone, leave me alone, yeah. That little bitch, I thought she steady moving like a show, yeah. This bitch, she talking crazy, told that bitch to watch her tone. She moving like she 30, now that bitch act like she grown.